Hello, Juice Vibe Tribe. Hope you are having a great day whenever you watch this. Thank you for tuning in and listening and watching. And I hope you guys like what I have to say. And I hope you listen and comment. Let's get this going, right? This is my episode number 2. And welcome back to Ride Out the Storm. Not sure what this is going to be yet, if it's going to end up being a podcast or whatever, but it's just me saying I'm going to do something and being consistent with that something I said I was going to do. Because consistency has always been my problem. Not anymore. I'm going to do it whether people comment, whether they don't comment, whatever the situation is. But I know 2026 is going to bring great things. So come with me and ride out the storm, ride out the storm, right? So I'm Beverly. I am the founder and owner of Stormy Refresh Juices. My business is about 6 months old, but I'm going and I'm consistent, and that's the most important thing to me right now, right? So this episode is called Started from the Storm and Why I Refuse to Quit. So if you've ever thought about giving up, if you've ever felt tired, we've never felt tired, right? Discouraged, or like the odds were stacked against us, this one is for you. So let's be real. When we start the business, right, people only see certain things. Like for me, they see the juice bottles. They either like them or they don't. They see the branding, they see the progress, or they see the not progress, right? But what they don't see is they don't see the late nights. The other night, I had an order for 25 juices for a regular client who detoxes and juices like that, like every couple of months. And this business is not profitable yet where I can do it just with me. And that's my main source of income. So I have other things to do. I'm taking classes, I'm learning my craft. So it's a lot to do, right? But I went to bed at 3 o'clock that morning because in between juicing, I took a break and handled some other business, but I had to get it done. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sealing up my last bottle, putting it in the fridge so I can deliver it to him the next day, right? So I had to get it done. So the late nights and the self-doubt, as in, oh, can I really do this? Right? Is this going to be profitable for me? Because right now I'm breaking even, right? But I know it's better ahead. So I got to keep pushing. Got to keep pushing. So Stormy Refresh didn't start as a business idea, right? Stormy Refresh started because I was using for myself. I posted it online. My girlfriend saw it and I was like, hey, you juicing? You selling juices? I'm like, nah, I'm juicing for me. And that's how it started, right? So sometimes you're tired and quitting just seems so easy. So easy. I get tired. I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of pouring into everyone and having nothing left because I'm doing so much, right? But juicing became my therapy. And somewhere in the middle of blending fruits, learning labels, learning about fruit, and believing in myself, I realized something. The storm was shaping me, hence Stormy Refresh. So it was shaping me, it wasn't breaking me. So nobody talks about how loud quitting sounds. You hear it in your head and it's so loud, it's overwhelming at times. So the thoughts are maybe this isn't for me. Who do I think I am trying to run a business? What if nobody buys? And what if I fail? What if I fail? You know, quitting whispers when you're tired. It shows up when your money is tight. It creeps in when your progress feels slow. And trust me, all that has happened to me. All of that has happened to me. But every time quitting spoke, purpose spoke louder. I'm going to say that again. Every time quitting spoke, purpose spoke louder. because quitting would have meant to me that I would go back to a version of myself that I outgrew. I am not that person that starts things and don't finish them anymore. That's not who I am. That's not who I want to be. So quitting, nah, that's not going to happen. Push through, persevere. You fall, start over. Let's do this. That juice didn't taste right. Blend another blend. Mix another mix, right? We do not quit. Especially in 2026 and moving forward, quitting is not in our vocabulary. That is not a word that we're going to use. So I promise myself something in those moments. If I'm going to struggle, it's going to be for something that feeds my soul and something for me. Something for me, right? Small wins are wins. They are still wins. Tiny wins, big wins, small wins are wins. So for me, it may look like selling one extra bottle than I did last week, learning one new thing, posting and doing this thing even when nobody comments, right? And showing up when tired, but still showing up. Because you know who I'm showing up for? I'm showing up for myself. Most importantly, I'm showing up for myself. This business didn't grow overnight, right? I grew first and I had to grow first. I had to be confident in what I was going to do. My discipline had to grow because you have to be disciplined to be like, okay, I got these orders, I got to get them out. I can't rest. So let me just sit down and watch this TV show for a couple of minutes. No. And my faith grew, right? And every time I wanted to quit, I reminded myself storms don't last forever, but the lessons do. Because even in failure, there are lessons. There are definitely lessons in failure. We want to win, but we also learn from our failures, right? We learn what not to do again and what not to repeat. Sorry. So if you're listening and you're in your own storm, let me speak to you directly, right? You are not behind. You are not weak. Don't listen to them naysayers. You are not weak. You are not failing. You are becoming the person that you were always meant to be, right? You don't need the whole plan. You don't need a big elaborate thing. You don't need this $20,000 piece of equipment. You don't need, you know, a great expensive business plan. You need you to focus and sit down and do what you're doing. You need to keep moving. Just keep moving. One foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. One choice, one day at a time. Every day you wake up, it's a new day to do something different, to change what you did from the day prior. Make sure that you're doing that. You don't get to sit in bed and cry all day because something didn't work yesterday. You don't get to do that. We don't get to do that. We get up, we wash our face, we move on and figure out how to do things differently, right? So if nobody has told you lately, I am proud of you. I am proud of the work that you're doing. So, whatever you're building, whatever you're healing from, whatever dreams feel heavy right now, don't quit. Ride it out. Ride it out, right? Because on the other side of the storm, there is clarity, there is strength, there is purpose, right? So, thank you for listening. I hope you guys comment. Please check back. I'm going to try to do these once a week on a Sunday. Please come back. Please comment. Feed into me as I want to feed into you. So until next time, keep pouring into yourself. And remember, there's a splash of freshness waiting for you on the other side. And ride out the storm. Ride out the storm. Bye, my Juice Vibe Tribe. Have a great day. Be blessed. Later.